Hey everybody, we are here with Liz Kranyak with Premier Custom Gems in Calgary, Alberta. And today we are talking about antique jewelry and vintage jewelry as the hottest trend in spring and summer in Calgary. And Liz is going to show us some awesome pieces that she's got on hand, how to wear it, and a couple more things that you did not know about antique jewelry. So great to have you here, Liz.
Always great to be here, and antique and vintage is probably my most favorite topic there is. Growing up, I had an antique shop right down the street from me as a kid, and I spent so much time in that store. So I can completely geek out on vintage and antique styles, more information than you even need to know. So the fact that with the advent of this new vintage style that's coming around, I'm completely into it. So there's a lot of pieces that I've been doing for people with vintage style. So I'm going to show some of the main elements of where to go with your vintage look. So first thing that we always seem to see, especially in rings, lately has been the halo style. There's two elements I'm going to show with this one. So we have our halo with the diamonds that are set around a central stone. Earlier in the years, I've seen this with just a center diamond. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of colored stones. So this one is a tanzanite set in a 14-karat white gold. Now, you'll notice there's a lot of millgraining around the edges here. That's another really nice detail with our vintage look. So hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it's not totally out of focus. And you can get these really nice floral filigree look, and that's your antique engagement ring. This one is actually available for sale if you want to do that one. So
Beautiful.
great piece. Another thing that I'm seeing, there's still a lot of antique shapes. Like this one is a custom cut amethyst. This one is actually from the Gatsby days. This is from 1920. And it's rose gold, white gold, diamonds, and that one is Art Nouveau style. So somebody actually handcrafted this from the heart, and we had this ready to go. And that's the same thing. Interesting shaped, colored stones, and a halo of diamonds right around. So there's something that was made from 1920, and here's something that's inspired from 1920. So you can see the various similarities there. So, and both of these I have ready to go home today. That brooch, I love that brooch. It does need to go to a good home.
The brooch is for sale.
Yes, it is. So,
The brooch from 1920 is for sale right now.
yes, it is.
Awesome.
So, I mean, I have that one that is for sale. I have one that I like to bring out once in a while. It's part of our private collection. This one is actually from New Bond Street in London, England. I love this piece. And another thing that you'll see, there's the bow, there's the halo, and a colored stone. So this one it's a purple topaz, very, very rare, very special. It's one of Jeff's favorites. And what's really neat about this one is it's multi-purpose, it's multi-function. And I can totally have my Antiques Roadshow moment on here with this thing. There's the bow that comes out, and it'll actually hook onto another piece and be a necklace or a brooch. There's a pin for a brooch. There's also a piece that you can actually put a hairpin in and wear it in your hair. It's so neat. And that was a big thing back in the 20s, was multi-purpose, because you can buy one piece and use it for other things, because you usually only bought one or two pieces because you could. That's it.
So elements of antique include the halo design, the filigree around the side, and then pairing, and then using a colored stone as kind of ways to spot that antique or vintage look.
Exactly, in a nutshell. Also look for the little beading, like I said, with the millgrain. So you can see the beads, little dots around it. Probably not. Anyway, you have to come in and see, and I can show you what I'm talking about. Another thing that we can do, and we have a genius engraver. He's done some really amazing work for us. Now there's a lot of really fine details on this ring. So maybe you can see that. I can see Laurel squinting to try and see. So anyway, there's some filigree style with the the wire going through the sides, but also there is engraving and detail on every single part of this ring.
Wow.
And that's something that we can incorporate as well.
Liz, do you think that you'd be able to maybe take a picture of that up close so we can show our viewers like exactly what you're showing us, and those of us with poor eyesight can maybe take a closer look with the photo?
Absolutely. There's pieces that are going up in our newsletter right now, which are pieces I don't have with me, but they have all of these features that I'm talking about here. And then these ones we can definitely upload and have a look on our Facebook and possibly our newsletter for that as well.
Perfect. That's great. And what ways would you recommend wearing antique jewelry? Basically just kind of the multi-purpose idea? Or is it okay to just step out and wear that stuff day to day? It's pretty dramatic.
Usually with the louder pieces, there's the color, like the large colored stones and the louder pieces. You usually just wear just one piece. Let the rest of your outfit surround that piece. So I have a turquoise necklace that I wear all the time. I usually wear it with something blue, and it works really well together. So let that vintage piece be the focal point, and keep everything else kind of muted. It's kind of how I've been able to work it out.
That's great advice, Liz. Great advice. Is there anything else that you would like to add for our wonderful viewers?
So for anybody who's looking to have something made, we can always use our new online booking system and book an appointment. We can have that perfect vintage engagement ring made for you, or have that wonderful piece that we have been sitting here waiting for the right person. Brooches are really, really nice too. I think they really need to come back. And so, online booking system at premiergems.ca. Click the Book Now button or online booking, and come on in.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Liz, and all of your valuable information and telling Calgary how to wear antique and vintage jewelry.
Always happy to help with that.
Great. Thanks again.
Take care.
You too.